Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Washington Huskies and the Texas Longhorns. Free-State State Pilot Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a... to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Manning from the gun on third down. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Fourth down, Manning. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Takes the handoff. It's Carr. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Goes to the option. Keeps it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Throws to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for a pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbs. There's some room. Makes it past the marker. Take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorn. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They'll send the back in motion. Here's a give to Washington. He breaks a tackle. Got enough for the first. There he goes to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wingo. Slips through the line. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Washington. On the move at the 30. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Keeps it on first down. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Creates a little space. Could be an alley. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The Huskies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking for space. It's Smothers. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Manning bringing the heat. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
There's a crease. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Offensively, nice play call going with the toss to get that running back to the outside. I'm telling you, if he makes that guy miss, that might have been 6.
They'll give it to him again. Right down the gut of the field. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Arch is going to throw for it. Here's the heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Brown. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's got the first down, but he's going to need a lot more than that. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. One more snap coming before halftime. The give to the back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexion.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. the pressure, and there he goes down again.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Williams to throw for it on fourth. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
A give to Brown. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Brown again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Manning from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
He splits the uprights, and now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive will come from their own 23. Sends it back in motion. On the option. He'll do it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Washington right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On the option. He'll pitch it. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, a fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession lead.
Fighting off the defender. Got enough for the first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. Did the work himself. He's loose. The 30. The 20. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
First and goal, Washington.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Gets the back moving. Here's a give to Washington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Williams buys a little extra time. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Motion from the back. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about the protection up front? The big fellas doing their job. He just sits in the pocket. Sits in the pocket. Wide receivers break off their routes. He finds the open guy for the big play. Nice job of protecting your quarterback.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Got the back over the middle. Nice pick up there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Running into the open space.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Quarterback keep. Quick toss. Picks up the 1st down. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Williams dumps it to the back. Complete downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's a give to Washington. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Huskies. The Huskies back on top.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well, so this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And the Longhorns hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. They'll run it. It's Simon. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking for a gap. It's Simon. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Now Washington uses this 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they've used their last timeout, and now the offense can start burning the clock. Stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch it with a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it and be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on when you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Williams to throw. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Get it out on the screen. Past the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Huskies are in the hurry-up. Last chance coming up. He's got him in the flat. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for our tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
It's Williams again. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads.